What is good? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Not as big of a crowd as I thought I would draw by like giving people monies. So handsome. Howdy. Thank you, family. Thank you. Thank you. This is like all I've ever worn on video in like the past 2 weeks, but it's fine. Also, you can see the multitude of trading cards right next to me. I want to move those out of the way. So many trading cards. I don't even know. I don't even know the short of it. You haven't seen my kitchen table. But welcome to the stream, one and all. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today to bring you another wonderful stream of the PUCL podcast. We're going to talk a lot of things here and there, all around and everywhere. We'll see if we can get the viewer number up. If the viewer number goes up, we'll start giving out some eShop codes and maybe a copy of Fire Red Leaf Green. Right now we're sitting around 15 or so. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out. I'm also, so we're gonna get started here. What I want to start doing here in a little bit, and I'll explain a little bit. Well, we're gonna do a couple things, right? One, I want to make sure that. Whoa, I absolutely hate that actually. Do not even put one of those in. Jesus. Okay. I apologize for that. Clear all of that right now. We're gonna have to. Is it a row? I don't even want an image. Oh, I can click X on that. Clear it. I'm trying to figure out. Dude, the playmat's pretty sweet, actually. I think the playmat's out of stock, actually, is it not? Last I checked. Sorry, guys. I'm like trying to do too many things. I've done too many things. Actually, so I'm trying to do a lot of things and get you guys to come hang out, give you guys a lot of reasons to hang out at PUCL, even more reasons than we had before. And honestly, apparently the short that I made the other day was like a banger. Man, guys, I'm upset that I figured out how to do shorts. Like just now. Like it's very frustrating that I just figured it out. Because what I did upsets me to no end. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But yeah, welcome to the stream. We're gonna have a good time. So a lot of you, okay, show of hands, which you can't do because we're we're in a chat box. You guys are confined to a chat box. Also, why is the chat box so short? We're gonna yell at StreamerBot about this, actually. We're gonna yell at StreamerBot about this. Bento Porpivore. I want to make sure you guys aren't short and getting cut off here. Settings, blah blah blah. Font size. We can make the font bigger. Actually, we're gonna bump that up to like 24 or something. Oh wait, no, that's for me, not for you. I can read 20. The overlay. Font size. The font size can be larger for you guys for sure. This is like 20 something. We're gonna go like 24 for you guys. And I'm gonna see if I can change the heights and stuff. Okay, this is much better. Oh, we're gonna click OK there. Did that make it worse? We're trying to do like a lot of things though right now. Show of hands, how many of you listened to the podcast this week? We're gonna do that, I guess. What's my hand for? It's to let me know if you've listened to the podcast this week, Marco. I haven't yet. Of course, Bob. Okay, I see what the problem is. It's making all of your things disappear way too fast, and I don't want that to happen. One sec. We gotta fix this thing. It's bothering me. I don't know why it broke. Minimum visible messages 0. Maximum. No, the maximum could be like 100. That's probably half the problem. And then message timeout 0. Show events. Show timestamps. Haven't gotten to go yet. Show platform icons always. Minimum message. No, why is it disappearing now? No, you can wait 6,000 seconds. 60,000 seconds. There we go. There we go. We're gonna fix that. I don't know what I did wrong when I just tried to make it taller. Hey, there we go. Now it looks like a chat. A little out of focus there. But yeah. Cool. Okay, we're here, guys. We're good. We're good. You haven't gotten to watch it yet? You guys can listen on Spotify, on so many other places. Mac J90, how's it going? Wow, people are popping in. Okay, so, well, if you 30 minutes is fine, Ella Kid, that's fine. You do a podcast, Street Squid. Stop it, Squid. Oh, now you can see my dice in my way too expensive dice tray. So. Couple housekeeping before we get started, because I really want to do this part because I think this is valuable content for myself and for you. But let's talk about this. First and foremost, it's my birthday, so thank you to all for showing up. And I showed up to PUCL work on my birthday, guys. I showed up to do PUCL work on my birthday. I'm taking this hat off. It's too annoying. Thank you for that follow. I need a new thing. I'm working on this. I am old now. I will die soon. One day closer. Two, what we're doing here is we're doing a combination of things. One, we're gonna do a discussion about the podcast right here at the beginning, because I want to do that. I think making this a facilitation and an extension of the show, where this is just like more podcasts, but with Thatch and you guys, is very important. Let's see if I can turn this down on my end. I can. Okay, cool. And I want to be able to do. I just want to be able to have these moments with you guys. And then two, I mean, as bad as it sounds, donations and super chats and stuff will get you seen first. That'll definitely help. It definitely helps out the show as well, by the way. I'm trying to get it set up so that most of the co-hosts can actually, my hair looks weird today. I'm trying to get it set up so that most of the co-hosts can do stuff like I can in terms of video. So the podcast can use that money to do that. And that's kind of what we're looking forward to doing. We're also upgrading a ton of equipment, like so much equipment right now. Like so much equipment we need to upgrade. But yeah. Okay. So with that said, with that done, with that discussed, let's get into it. All right. So this week on the podcast, we talked about what we wanted to see in Pokemon Winds and Waves, and there were definitely some things that I didn't get to that I wanted to get to on the show this week. In retrospect, like I went through the content because I was looking for like clippable moments. And I was going through the content and I was like, wow, we didn't discuss like XYZ, which would have been really cool for us to have talked about. And one of those things is we didn't even touch like starter types. Like I think the only mention we made of starters, one is the really weird Blaziken moment where we talked about humanoid starters, in reference to the Gen 9 starters not wanting them to stand up or be humanoid or anything. So I mean that's the only like really real topic we talked about there, because I personally, I will always say to you guys forever and always that I think the Gen 9 starters, that the Gen 9, thanks Seth. I think the Gen 9 starters, or not the Gen 9, the Gen 8 starters were just like terrible. I don't know. I don't think there is much of a redeeming grace in any of the Gen 8 starters. I think any argument that I will get towards the Gen 8 starters is going to be saying, hey, Thatch, by the way, Rillaboom was really good and competitive. So I think Rillaboom is a worthwhile Gen 8 starter. And I don't care if it's functional in competitive Pokemon right now. I don't care what those are. I just think they're boring. I think they slapped colors to give those Pokemon types. Cinderace could have been any type. What about Cinderace? Other than like its little paws make fire, make it a fire type, other than the color red and orange that they put on it. You could make Cinderace any type. It could be a normal type very easily. You could color it like you could color it brown and make it a ground type. There's so many things you could do with Cinderace. And it's just not It's just not a good starter. So I don't think that is something we got to talk about. And I know you guys said some things earlier up in chat, but if you could repeat them now, because they've scrolled away from me, which is unfortunate, but they have scrolled away from me. I would appreciate any of your takes that you have, and maybe we can discuss them a little bit and have a good time. And we chat, give your thoughts. But yeah, Safari Zone. I did see that one, Talon. Talon there. I would love to see the return to a Safari Zone. Actually, if we were to do a return to a Safari Zone, in my opinion, I think we should do something very similar to the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone, where you could like puzzle piece it around. I think there's a lot there. Honestly, I'm really bummed that the Heart Gold Soul Silver time frame for those games was so small, because there just wasn't enough time to really dig into the Safari Zone when it was new. Because I think it was within for the US, I believe. No, maybe it was longer. No, oh, man, I'm trying to think, because it would have been 2010 in around March time frame that Heart Gold Soul Silver came out. When did Heart Gold Soul Silver come out in the US? And then I believe it was about 1 year later, actually. I think it was about 1 year later that instead of Heart Gold Soul Silver, we were in black and white. We're going to double check this real quick, because we can. We're on a live stream. We don't have to be nearly as tight as we are on the podcast. But they launched in that is the Japanese release date, Google. It launched March 14th, 2010. I remember that very vividly. And then Black and White, they released in the United States March 6th, 2011. So it was less than a year, which is kind of a bummer, man. Like, man, we just jumped right into Black and White almost immediately after that. Japan, I think, Japan had about the same time frame too. So Heart Gold Soul Silver didn't get a lot of room to breathe. And I think, especially back then, I wasn't super into the idea of doing that kind of stuff. But as I've grown into a different type of gamer, I think that is something that's very, very important. Let's see what else we got. So good one, Talon. Kudos to you, Green Tor. We should come up with a badge for the stream that you can get for having a good comment. I mean, it is a beloved remake. I don't think there's a lot wrong with Heart Gold Soul Silver. A lot of people that will say the leveling curve is bad or something like that. They're just playing Heart Gold Soul Silver wrong. And I will continue to die on that hill, unprompted. Let's see. I think Winds and Waves needs some type of base building, says Evie. Fine. I don't know. I was never a big fan of the bases. It was okay. To be fair, the last time we really had bases was in Gen 3, honestly. Gen 4 to some extent, and I guess I came back in Gen 6 for Oraz, but it was kind of okay. It is mediocre. It's not something like Pokopia, right? I think if you put in some kind of Pokopia type building, maybe you could have something like that. Yeah, Raven was right on the same page as me as I was saying that. Let's see. Frost Raptor. What a hot one. I just want all the fossil Pokemon to be back. You know, very true. I saw this kind of coming, and I'm kind of annoyed by it. In Gen 8, we got Dexit, and then we had a lot of new Pokemon show up. And my biggest worry with Dexit, maybe not even worry, but my biggest prediction with Dexit was that we were going to have this issue where new Pokemon come in, and then we weren't even going to be able to use them ever again. And this has kind of been the case. Granted, it's been one generation, but I think of things like Dracovish, Dracozolt. Those things are just kind of stuck in Gen 8 until very recently. Clobbopus was as well. But there's some Gen 8 Pokemon that I don't think have broken out of Gen 8. Let me see if I can find it. Generation 8. I think there are some Pokemon that just didn't make it out of Gen 8 yet. Draco, yeah, those fossils are just gone. Like, they're just not there, Marco. You forgot about Dracovish, Dracozolt, Arctovish, and the other one, oh my gosh, Arctozolt. They are all just not there. And it's kind of a bummer. I mean, they were cool, interesting ideas. There's definitely 100% Gen 8 Pokemon that just haven't made it out of Gen 8. But let me see. I'm gonna try to pick one out. Blipbug hasn't made it out. Where Orbeetle is stuck in Gen 8. Thievul, not though. Wildly enough, I think Gossifleur also. If I'm not mistaken. which is really interesting to me. I think no, Rollicoli made it out. Sandaconda didn't make it out. Let's see. Oh, I don't think Scentiscorch made it out either. There's a good number of Gen 8 Pokemon that are Gen 8 Pokemon, and that is all they are. They are nowhere else. And that bums me out, gang. That bums me out. Let's see, what else we got? Egotistical Kid. He said some really, really wild stuff. You guys are just going to get me ranting here. I think these are the 3 best starters we've had as a set since Generation 4. I don't know that I disagree. I would say, and maybe this is another like stream that we do, but I would say that I would still say Gen 6 was pretty good. Gen 7 was very close. I think Gen 7 did a really good job. I do think that the colors on these starters specifically are just done so well to represent the type, but not go way over the top. I think that the way that Gen 8 was handled, where the colors were kind of way over the top, or at least they felt slapped on. I still go back to that Score Bunny example, and that's just who I am. I think that I believe that the Gen 8 starters are just so bad. I just don't like them. I don't like them whatsoever. I think Shamu even felt the same way as well. He definitely boxed his rookie right away, and he started with Wooloo. But I'm very, very interested in that. Man, Squid. Okay, so Squid said, one thing I do want is a more structured region. Paldea felt like a giant circle cut into little pie slices of biomes. It's like something like the islands from Alola, but more open. And if we're going to try to be an open world, stop trying to be Breath of the Wild. Oh, tell me about it, though. I think Breath of the Wild did what Breath of the Wild did very well. I think Breath of the Wild, it's like one step below. It's like half a degree below redefining the genre, almost. I remember when Breath of the Wild came out. And I know this is a Pokemon stream or whatever, but I remember when Breath of the Wild came out. And a lot of people were upset that everything Breath of the Wild was doing was just copying what other open world adventure-ish type games have done. And they were very upset that Breath of the Wild was doing all of the things that everybody else had done. And I remember the game developers that developed those games replying to the complaints in on Twitter or Instagram or wherever they were. And I remember the game developers going, no, Breath of the Wild is what started what we did. Or not Breath of the Wild, but Legend of Zelda is what started what we did. But I believe that what Nintendo is doing with the game mechanics that we have built is they're refining them. They're taking the best of the best and they're making them better and they're putting them together in a way that makes sense. And I think as a result, Breath of the Wild almost redefined the genre. If not, it consolidated everything to make it kind of the formula, unfortunately. And so Pokemon was kind of trying to copy that. And we have to remember also with Pokemon that Pokemon is a giant ship. This isn't like wee little game studio that we can go, hey, can you just change exactly everything you do and be super risky? They're going to take the safe play, right? And what they did is they go, oh man, Breath of the Wild worked this way. How can we Pokemonify Breath of the Wild? And the way they Pokemonified Breath of the Wild is they went ahead and made Scarlet and Violet. And I don't entirely blame them. I kind of hope we get a little bit more Pokemon-y things. And I talked about it on the show a little bit, like a real open world type vibe where we can kind of go anywhere. You could kind of do that in Scarlet and Violet, though they did kind of, they tried to soft lock you out of places by needing certain moves on your Koraidon or Miraidon. And I think this is very, very interesting. Oh, wait, I'm paused. This is why I haven't seen any more of your discussions. But yes, let's see. Egotistical Elekid. I know you want this to be an extension of the podcast, so I want to share some celebrations. Pokey opinion is an elite topic and is very discussed in my IRL friends and Puckle friends. I'm glad you have Puckle friends, Egotistical Elekid. That is awesome to hear. Another one, I did see Talon talk about this while the stream was getting ready. But Talon, you did bring up a good point. The ability to use the experience share, the old one. And I don't disagree with you at all. I don't disagree with you at all. I definitely think you should be able to turn on and off experience share. I don't think it'll happen. I think Pokemon will not do that. And honestly, what has kind of changed my mind on this, or at least softened my position on the way experience share works in modern Pokemon games, is actually the re-release of Fire Red and Leaf Green. I know we've been streaming Fire or Leaf Green on the stream, but I've been playing Fire Red on my own, and when I'm not playing Pokopia. And I've found that the leveling is actually not that bad without the experience share in Fire Red and Leaf Green. The Fire Red and Leaf Green experience share is not needed, because actually if you just go and battle all of the trainers, which they very much encourage you to do, and it's not very much a thing that they encourage you to do as a direct goal in Scarlet and Violet. They really want you to, if you fight all the trainers in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, the amount of experience that you get is very decent and can carry you through the game. So I'm very, very interested in, I'm not as worried about that, because I think the experience share is needed for different reasons at this point. And instead of just being like, oh, make game easy. I think a very good juxtaposition for how it is bad in older games, and it's probably fine now, is Generation 6. In Generation 6, I don't think you get super overleveled. Granted, they're still kind of in this mindset of you go through dungeons, you fight trainers in Generation 6. So you can get a little bit overleveled, like maybe 10-ish levels, though the games have kind of shifted from this is your team of 6 to you can kind of swap anybody out whenever and do okay. And a lot of that is also with the way that experience has changed in general. Experience changed after, or in Gen 5, I have to remember. Experience distribution changed in Gen 5, I believe. They fixed it. Well, did they make it worse in Gen 5? No, I think they fixed it in Gen 5. So experience, for those of you at home that don't know, and maybe somebody's watching this as a VOD, I don't know who you are, but I've got you, buddy. Experience, the way that it was distributed for a very long time, I believe has changed in Generation 5, with the exception in Generation 6. But from Generation 5 onward, the amount of experience a Pokemon gains is also scaled depending on how its level compares to the opponents. And that was not the case either in, I mean, obviously in Fire Red Leaf Green, but that has changed a lot of how leveling works. I think this is probably the bigger issue than the experience share. Is the complaint that people have about over leveling, I think, is more of a complaint not about the experience share option, but is rather the issue with the way that experience is now gained. I think that is probably the bigger issue. So that is Thatch's 2 cents about this. And to be fair, like, I probably would have said, if you would have talked to me like 3 months ago, Raven, I probably would have said the exact same thing. The exact same thing. I probably would have gone and said, hey, experience share needs to go back to the way it was. Yeah, you guys are getting me going. Yeah, being able to swap out mons is the big thing, right? Because before, if you had to do that, it was a grind to get your Pokemon back up. And honestly, grinding's not good gameplay. I would argue grinding is terrible gameplay. Let's see, what else we got? Anybody else doing something good? Oh, I mean, the trainer battles are annoying. Somebody brought that up, actually. Slick Mac. Those trainer battles are absolutely the most annoying thing in the entire world. Let's see. Let's go. All right, let me check. Let's see. I don't see anything. I see Jello by Eevee. Do you think we'll see a new level cap form ZA to, what are you saying? What are you saying, Eevee? I don't know what that said. Do you think we'll see a new IV cap form ZA? I don't know what you're trying to say there. Catch experience could go and I wouldn't miss. I think I would miss it only because I'm used to it happening, Sigma. If catch experience were to leave, I think I'd be a little worried. Not just because, like, just because I think it's pretty annoying. Honestly, the more I think on the subject, I just want Alola 2, but with a better base story. It's my favorite region and generation, and they have a chance to do it better. I think we'll get something similar. I think it's going to be a lot of island hopping. I think it could be more than just like 4 islands. I would be very much appreciative of it. I really appreciate, the one thing I appreciate about Scarlet and Violet is I think Omori, when he became director of Pokemon, I genuinely think, I don't know, like my biggest criticism is I don't think he knows how to design regions. I don't think he knows how to design a good Pokemon region. And a lot of that comes down to, if you just look at Alola, and it made more sense with Alola, right? It was hidden in Alola. The big thing with Alola is you hop from island to island and you're kind of locked on those islands until you complete story quest and move on. It's a little bit more obvious in Galar. Galar actually has the same island problem that Alola has. You just can't see it because on the map it looks like one big region, but it's not. You're locked in. There's the starting area, and then eventually you can go through the wild area to go to the next area with the first 3 gyms in it. Then you can go and you can unlock the next area with more gyms in it, and then you can unlock the final area with all of the final battles and stuff. But it's all of these, and you can actually tell that it was meant to be more like Alola, and the wild area was kind of, I don't want to say it was shoehorned in, because the game and the region and a lot of the visuals was kind of, well, they were updated to include wild area in them, but I genuinely believe they just intended you to take trains between each of these areas. Much like you were taking boats or Mantine Surf between the islands of Alola. And I just find the fact that they kind of copy and pasted the Alola structure onto Galar very uninspiring. I have a bigger issue with that than how they copied a lot of How's animations and put them onto Hop. And it's also one of the major reasons that I believe that Sword and Shield is probably, or possibly, I shouldn't say probably. I'll say probably for the clip. I think Sword and Shield was probably planned as a 3DS game that became a Switch game, and they shoehorned in the wild area because of the way the region is designed and how they obviously intended you to take trains between islands of towns in Galar. But yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at. Oh, do you think we'll see a new level cap like we did in ZA for waves on wild Pokemon? I don't think so. I think the level cap is a cute idea and it worked very well for what ZA was. Because ZA was actually really good about, there's a dog in the back. ZA was really good about letting you just kind of level your Pokemon like crazy. Which is kind of weird and wild to think about. It was very, very interesting in that way. I don't know. I don't know that I would expect a larger level cap. Also, the level cap they gave us was temporary, for the record, and they were just kind of doing it as ways to like kind of lock you out of different areas. I expect that any DLC that comes for Pokemon Winds and Waves is going to have the intention of, if you were to start the game now, you could download that DLC and you can go to Area 1 without a problem. Area 2, you have to beat the game. This seems to be the formula they've been following the past 2 games, and I'm okay with it. I think it's a fine way to expand the game as time goes on, and I'm sure somebody would complain about the price tag at some point. Pokemon should have made a full game, and I shouldn't have had to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, come on. You guys are like complaining that you want them to make good stuff, and then the video games don't turn like that crazy of a profit for TPCI, by the way. We call them the largest media franchise, but I think if you look at their profits, like the video games don't actually do a lot in terms of profits. So it's a whole wild world. I don't know. I have a lot of opinions and you guys are letting me talk about them. All right, we're going to do like 1 or 2 more and then I think we'll get into the gameplay. But this has been a lot of fun. And I'm just kind of doing this to kind of like level set and get people the idea of what this segment is supposed to be. So let's go ahead. Let's see. Talon, once again, you're here. I would like to see Ash put into a random building of the game, or Ash does the catching tutorial with Pikachu. I think the Pokemon Company is done with Ash. I think they're done. One of the things I saw and I thought was very interesting was they said that like we may see Ash again after Ash left, and we just haven't seen Ash since then. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago now, right? Like, what was the last episode of the anime, of the original run of the anime? Pokemon Journeys. I can't spell the word journey. The series, like the last episode, I think ended like a list of episodes. Well, I guess it was technically, yeah, we're gonna call it that. It was called Pokemon to be a Master. It wasn't Pokemon Journeys. My apologies, everybody. But I think the last air date for that was like in Japan. We're gonna click it. 2023. My apologies. It was 2023. We deleted this Greninja. Absolutely. We have Mega Greninja now. That's fine. Ash Greninja, I think, was a weird mistake for the Pokemon Company to have done. Even as a competitive player, I think it was a mistake. But yeah, I think Ash Greninja was a very, very weird choice. And I don't think that Ash is probably coming back. I mean, it's been 3 years. We haven't seen Ash. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a movie or something. I don't think we're going to get like a Pokemon Horizons or something like that. But I don't think Ash is coming back, especially not in WiWa. I'll tell you that. I shouldn't have called it WiWa. I hate myself. Shouldn't have called it Winds and Waves. It's not going to be in Winds and Waves. I don't think we'll see Ash do that anytime soon. But I think it's very, I don't know. I think the send-off we had for Ash was an okay send-off. I think Ash should live in the movies. I don't think he will, unfortunately. Like, we'll get like that weird alternate dimension Ash. And I don't know. I was really happy with the fact that at least like they did some really cool stuff, some nods to the fans. There was some really interesting stuff going on with this. I don't know. It was a good send off. I am upset that it's gone, but we're never gonna see Ash like that again. Yeah. Wow, that was a depressing note to leave it on. Speaking of Ash and Kanto, do you guys want to play some Leaf Green Fire Red, or we got one more? Any more? I'll let one more in, and then Thatch can just ramble for another 10 minutes because that's apparently what we do today. If not, we'll kick it on over to some actual gameplay. But I might actually take like a small breather before we switch that, if you guys don't mind. Just to make sure that everything's like working. Whoop. You missed it, Mario. You're gonna have to watch the VOD. But yeah, I will be right back because I also want to take a sip of this beverage. Where's the button? Oh, we've got this up on the screen, obviously. That's cool. This is coming down. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. Buckle parties, though, guys. What do you think of that? That is loud noises. Loud noises. Oh, that music's so loud. What are we feeling about that game volume, guys? We're back. We're back. We're live. We're gonna catch some Pokemons. Welcome to the stream. Obviously, you guys have been here before. We're gonna go catch some Pokemon. Also, I don't like the location of this. We need to fix this. Why is it? Oh, studio mode, Taj. Move you to studio mode. I need to fix this, by the way. This is just annoying the heck out of me. We're gonna alt that. Kick that over there. But this is annoying me. I need to fix this layout. I'm not a big fan of this layout. I made it on a whim. Oh wait, that's not the one I wanted to click. I wanted to click that one. Made it on a whim and I made bad choices. Nuzlocke time, brothers. Yeah, thank you. We're in Pewter City. I think we're about to go take on. We got Brock last time, guys. Remember, we got Brock, and we're about to go crush literally everybody on that next route. We're gonna have a good time. And then I think we get a new encounter. It's probably gonna be a J Puff or like a Spearow or something. But we're gonna get it. What are we doing on the monies? We're not. We could be doing better on the monies. I would like to buy. Do we have Pokeballs? Also, I'm upset that there's no Premier Balls. 10 here. I just realized that, and it's the biggest annoyance in the entire world for this game. Pokeball, we have 10. That's probably good enough. We're gonna get 2 encounters. We get 2 encounters before Cerulean. So yeah, I think we just stick with the 10. Oh, actually, okay, wait. Ruling before we start, guys. Do we count the different floors of Mount Moon as different locations? Or do we count the, or do we just get 1 Mount Moon encounter? You all decide. It is your choice. It is your destiny. The stream decides. We got 1 vote for different locations. And is anybody against different locations, I guess? I like floors. Okay. Okay. So we're going to have to get some Pokeballs here. Okay. So there's 3 floors, in Mount Moon, which means that we'll get 3 encounters in Mount Moon. They are all technically Mount Moon, but the reason I bring it up, Marm, is because the encounter tables are drastically different. I'm gonna buy some potions as well. We're gonna need these bad boys. One encounter. Okay, we got 1 from Elekid. Basement 1 floor only has Paris. You are correct. You are correct. Marm's just like, we gotta do different encounters. We gotta get Paris. We're gonna take it all the way back to our old Leaf Green Nuzlocke that we did on the channel, or on the stream, with Claude. Dear Thatch, here's a pair of running shoes. 'Cause I couldn't run in the shoes I had before. Battle me. Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? And we can run. Pidgey, Pidgey. Oh, that's a big Pidgey. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I think the encounters are the same. Between the first floor and the basement floor 2. I think the encounters are the same. But I hate these accuracy things. This game upsets me on so many levels with this accuracy nonsense. 6 damage. Yep. Okay. I shouldn't have done that. Crit was gonna die. 105. That's pretty good. Oh, hey, thank you. I don't know where that noise is coming from, by the way. I don't know who did that, and I don't know where the noise is coming from, and I need to find it out. Because it's like, it's just like coming from somewhere, and I don't know where it is. Oh, this is frustrating. Will we change Pokemon? Absolutely. Crit will die. Both Toast and Red-Eye are weak to flying. The skates were the best ride gimmick to me. Oh my gosh, this sand attack nonsense. Oh, what's worse is when you battle a Pikachu. Guys, don't battle a Pikachu in this game. It's the worst. I promise you, it's the worst. Let's go, Waves! Waves is gonna learn Bite one day. It'll be awesome. I need to learn to turn that off. The friends online nonsense. There's a way to do it on the Switch, and I never figured it out in the past 8 years. If Toads could catch a bird, I think she could take one. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is we're gonna be like sand attacked in the face. The bigger problem is Crit is very low leveled. So hopefully Crit can just figure out his life right now, you know? Crit could just figure out his life, that'd be great. We're gonna catch so many Pokemon, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, I saw you in the Viridian Forest! Well, you know, I saw you. Oh. Do-do-do. Doot-doot-doot-boo-doo-boo. Let's go, Caterpie. You got this. You got. We're gonna tail whip because it's gonna be too defensive for no reason. Leaf Green has Vulpix. Fire Red gets Growlithe, which I think is a travesty. I honestly, like, I hate to say it because Charizard's on the cover, but I think Fire Red has the better exclusives. I'm not gonna lie. I think Fire Red almost exclusively has the better exclusives. Not that Ninetales is bad, but like I think Weedle. Oh, I hate that for us. I'm gonna try to switch into something that will just destroy a Weedle, which is going to be this. Man, Charizard is the most overrated Pokemon of all time. Hard stop. Don't even get me started. Charizard is the most overrated starter of all time. Yes, it's just Caterpie again. At least we got Butterfree. Like, Butterfree's a pretty solid pickup, actually, for, like, this part of the game. He's not even unique or cool. He's just, like, a fire lizard. Yeah, you're right. He's not even a dragon, spam. Don't give him that credit. He's not a dragon. He's just a lizard. Give him too much credit already. More overrated than Cinderace? Absolutely. More overrated than Cinderace. By far. Mr. Nito is the, and it's not really an exclusive either, to be fair, Sigma, but it is I think better than Nido Queen, right? Nido Queen doesn't do nearly as well as Nido King can. And you can get Nido King pretty early. And you know, the Nidos have like a really good like experience growth track. It's crazy. If given enough time, I don't think Greninja can, and I'll explain why. I don't think the people who have played... okay, maybe given enough time, actually. Okay, I can see this argument, now that I'm trying to make it to myself. I think that Greninja could do it once the people who played X and Y... The problem is the number of people who played X and Y versus the number of people who played Red, Blue, Yellow is like half. And I don't think that those people are going to be as nostalgia-driven as millennials. Because the internet just existed at that time, and there were so many other distractions that weren't just Pokemon. And in the 90s, like, that was your thing. Like, we all played Pokemon together, guys. That's just what we do. That's who we are. Yeah, we're gonna switch into Toast. Well, they had to give Charizard multiple megas to make it competitively viable. If it weren't for, oh, we don't get Karate Chop yet. Ooh, that's a little rough. We got it. Oh, it was a crit, so that might have mattered, actually. On a low kick on a Rattata. Ekans. Yeah, we're switching out. Let's get to Red Eye. Man, Mac, I think calling Eevee a starter is such a disservice. I mean, I guess it technically is in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but we should all as a community decide that those games didn't exist. I think we should just, as a community, just go, man, Fire Red, or Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee just didn't exist. That is my hot take. They shouldn't have existed. They were terrible games. I think outside of that, like, people used to, before Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, by the way, they used to call Eevee a starter, but I don't think I ever would have called it a starter in that sense, because the player never got the opportunity to choose Eevee as the starter. It was just given to the rival. I think it's a pretty game. I will agree with you on that, Eevee. I think Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is a pretty game. I think it is a bad Pokemon game. I think the catching mechanic just, like, really, really ruins it. And I think Kanto in 3D is not fun. I think it's not fun. I think Dusty Go-Goat from Hidden Power, like, he really, really likes Kanto. And he's, like, really sold on this idea of, like, 3D Kanto, bringing that back. And I told him he kind of got it in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. But he really wants more. So, I mean, I'm not gonna like yuck somebody's yum, but not exactly like, I don't know. We can invent new places, and like they can be really fun places. I think if you did something like I don't want to talk about rumors. I shouldn't talk about rumors here. I should save that for like Patreon content or something. But yeah, I think if you were to do it, you'd have to redesign stuff in a very substantial way. What'd you say there, Marm? Let's see. Well, Kanto and Pokopia, or does it not count? Kanto and Pokopia, I think is different. Just because it's so unrecognizable from Kanto. I think it's just so unrecognizable, it doesn't make sense. I think Kanto is fun. Like, if we're gonna remake Red and Blue, I don't think it should ever happen again. I just don't think it should ever happen. A sequel, maybe. If you watch the Terra leak, this might be something that could be happening. I don't really know the answer. It's unclear to me because I think a lot of people who are doing this like leak chasing stuff are just going for clout. So I really don't want to say it one way or the other, but. Yeah. Chat's a little delayed on stream, and I don't know why. I will be honest with you guys on that one, Gigasaurus. It's working. It's not stuck. For some reason, it's being like real choppy, and I'm not 100% sure why. It's usually better than this, and I just tried to bump up like the font. I think that's all I did. And I changed a couple smaller things. So let me, I'll take a quick look here. Is this the... That's not what I want. Synchronize your chat to go with the dockable chat windows. No, that's not what I want. Where's the button? Settings, overlay. Let me double check. Chat overlay is experimental and still in active development. Yeah. It is working. It's just delayed for some reason. I don't really know why. I think it might just be that there's something on the bottom that it wants to try to do. I don't really know. Let me see. Let's take a look real quick. Minimum messages, maximum messages. Message timeout. Let's put that back to like 600 or something. Maybe that helps. I don't really know though. So the problem is I don't really know what's going on with it. Click OK. It was a good time. You missed it. You should have showed up. It was a good time. Courtesy flush, you're just so late. We're all so very upset. I think we're gonna keep doing it. I wanna try to make it a thing. I didn't announce on the show, so I didn't expect like a huge turnout for it, but I wanna make it a thing where Wednesday nights we sit down, we talk about the topic a little bit. Unless of course like I have to travel, but I shouldn't be gone on Wednesday next week. I think the stream should be a place to be kind of an extension of the show a little bit. Because I want it to be that instead of just like, hey, come watch the host of this podcast you like stream. I don't think there's a lot of value there. I was watching Invincible and didn't check the clock. Problematic. Yeah, I am kind of bummed Johto is not in this. I do think that is a missed opportunity. This girl's gonna have a Pidgey or something. I know the guy down below has a like level 15 Spearow or something crazy. I just don't really want to deal with that. But guess who got a sports betting ad on my way in? Ah, Reptile. Well, you're watching on Twitch. That's what happens. I think YouTube's a superior platform, but you know what's worse is I don't think we get any of that money. When you see that ad, I don't think I get any of that money. Did we get a... Okay, no, we don't get a Oko on a level 10 Rattata on low kick, because it's low kick, so that's fair, but... I think YouTube is the superior platform over Twitch, though. YouTube won't let me change my username. You can make a new account or something, I don't know. Dave McFrothington saying hi to the Puckle Peeps. Hey Dave, I was gonna fight you on something, and I forget what it was. It was in the chat. Maybe it was Discord. I think it was Discord. I think it was, oh no, I didn't fight you. I think I was upset today because you said something about Darling by the Beach Boys being your bubblegum song. I think Darling is not super bubblegum. I was gonna fight you on that, but I decided against it. It wasn't worth my time. We're stuck with the no-ran female, aren't we? I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have they have Poison Point, but not Poison Sting at level 10. I think that's what I was gonna fight you on. It wasn't a big thing. It was just I just saw that. I saw that and I was like, I kind of want to call him out or like fight about this a little bit, but then at the same time I was like, I don't have the time or the energy to get into a fight about like derogatory music terms. I think Darlin on and that whole album, I believe that's Wild Honey, is a little bit more of an evolution for the Beach Boys. Than your standard just like bubblegum stuff. Like their bubblegum stuff like Barbaran, like literally everything before like 1965. It's all bubblegum. I don't think it's more poppy than the than their earlier stuff. Dude, their earlier stuff that's pure bubblegum. Like, man, when they're singing about the beach and the cars, because I think Darlin's part of the Wild Honey album, right? Like, am I mistaken? Now I need to look this up. Guys, sorry, Beach Boys break. Darlin album Beach Boys. It was on Wild Honey. That was a 1967 album. Yeah. No, classic surf. No. Surf rock for the most part at that point, I think. Unless you're talking about just like the cool like guitar nonsense. I think first of all, I wasn't surf rock. None of them surfed. But except for Dennis. But I think that's all pop. I think that's all pop bubblegum. One day you will be, Reptile. One day you will be. And I'll be here for it. That's not classic surf rock though. Like, I mean, that's just bubblegum singing about... It's bubblegum by another name. Like, I will also argue with you that Jan and Dean are just bubblegum. I don't think anything Jan and Dean did. I don't think Jan and Dean ever did anything. Mostly because I think Dean got into that car accident and then they just never made music after that. But I think anything that Jan and Dean wrote was bubblegum. Lyrics wise, certainly bubblegum. I think the musical compositions get like really wonky, especially if you listen to like the harmonies and stuff in early Beach Boy stuff. Yeah, I will fight you on this, okay? This is what I was telling you. This is what I was telling you, Dave. This is what I was telling you. We're nuzlocking over here, but at the same time, we could have some musical conversations. We just can't play the music, or we'll get a copyright strike by YouTube. But is the YouTube bots that track it don't understand context clues. Okay, we get an encounter. And then that girl has a Jigglypuff and it's annoying. Barber. Oh, whoa, we got Nidoran. I need Nidoran nicknames in the chat. Okay, Toast, don't kill it. Scratch. We're gonna get poisoned. We're gonna get poisoned so bad. Bucktooth, that's a good one. Dude, Nidoran's good. I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan. Guys, you know I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Nidoran. Give me that catch. Oh, I'm glad we got Nidoran over Spearow, so. Barbaran is quite literally like bubblegum pop, okay? Barbaran is 100% bubblegum pop. Also, I don't think the Beach Boys, I think Barbaran actually for the, is actually a cover. I think Barbaran's actually a cover. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure though. Yeah, it is a cover, actually. Yeah, there is a band called The Regents that wrote the song. And then they, like... The Beach Boys had this really wild album, and I think this is the only hit. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Oh, we gotta pick a name. I'm gonna go... I like Bucktooth. Bucktooth is a good one. Of course, you could donate, and you could call dibs on the next Pokemon, too. Bucktooth is a good one, though. Yeah, just like Every Time You Touch, yeah. Yeah, no, the Beach Boys Barbaran was a cover. There is a whole album. It's called, like, the Beach Boys Surf Party or something. It's a fun ride. It's not as good as, like, Sgt. Pepper's or, like, Pet Sounds or something, but... where they just kind of like hang out for like 45 minutes and play music. And they just decide to start doing Barbaran. And that's like the one song from that album that like took off. Everything else just never got touched. I would agree with that. I think that's a good take, Gigasaurus. I think that's a good take. I would agree with it. I think Pet Sounds... I think Pet Sounds is better. I would rate Pet Sounds higher than Sgt. Pepper's. I think they're both very good albums. I think Pet Sounds I like when I'm in the mood for just like give me some sounds that are gonna make me think, you know? And I think I think Pet Sounds is a very good album for that. Like in terms of just like the harmonies, they're so crazy. The harmonies in Pet Sounds, and just some of like the wild experimental stuff they did that just never happened before. And then cause like he like shifts keys like nobody else does. And then Sgt. Pepper's is a good time because I think it really demonstrates what an album could be and is maybe in my mind the gold standard of what an album should be. Which is just like you sit there and you listen to the whole thing, because that's the way people used to do it, right? They used to just put the vinyl on the record player and then just listen to the whole thing. And I think when you listen to Sgt. Pepper's as an album, it is an experience like you're going to a concert, and it's very fun, very interesting in that way. Oh, okay. Bucktooth, welcome to the team. We're gonna go. How is Toast doing? Okay, Toast is a little toasted. Okay, here we go. Let's get that Nidoran going. Did you touch me? No. That would be weird. J-Poof. I'm glad we didn't get a J-Poof. It's not even a fairy type in this game. Oh man, that happens with those Vax. Let me tell you. Oh, I keep hitting that button. It's awful. Let's go. Okay. Karate chop. Hoppa. No, you don't get to click that. You don't get to do that. Scratch. Yeah, toast. Toast. Bucktooth got level 7 because it's got a really good growth rate. Does he get peck, or is that just the male? I think the male gets peck. I think this one just gets stuck with scratch. Yeah, that's true. All the normal types in Gen 1 did just get random stuff. That is correct. Bashful. What are the other natures? I didn't even look at the other natures. Relax, that's terrible. Sassy, terrible. Docile, terrible. Naughty, these are all bad. None of them are the ones we want. At least they're not like super detrimental. Do we get to fight? No, we don't get to fight, do we? That's a tunnel from Cerulean. Really takes a lot out of you. Who are you? Oh wow, the Boulder Badge. You can put that information in the checker. Ouch, I tripped over a rocky Pokemon named a Geodude. Welcome to our Dude, guys, did we buy the Magikarp? I don't think we should. Yeah, that's gonna suck. When's the best time to evolve that thing into a Nidoqueen? Is the question. Big fish. I'll get big fish if there's a donation, but if there's no donation, I'm not doing big fish. Boop, 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 boop. We can just go catch a big fish later. It's fine. Does have poison point though, so that's good. We got that going for us. It'll be great when we start fighting the Zubats in here. Probably gonna get an encounter here in like 2 seconds. We're gonna get Bullet Seed real quick off the floor. Bullet Seed. That's a bug catcher. Okay, we'll fight you. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? That's Catcher Kent. Kent, I'm not a big fan of the way you just said those words, bud. Oh, we can't get poisoned. We got that going for us. Scratch. Bucktooth might be able to get some levels here. Yeah, I don't know if we wait out for Crunch. Are they asking if we're... Yeah, I don't know if we're the suspicious man, or they think we might be a suspicious... I think this bug catcher is just a terrible person. This Weedle, obviously, this trainer, like, the AI is just like... We can't use a Poison Sting on a poison type. That wouldn't work. Oh, we gotta put... Oh, we haven't put a Nidorino, or Nidoran on the screen. My apologies, guys. What a terrible streamer I am. I'm a terrible streamer, guys. Man. I'm just so bad at this game. Oh, I hate everything here. Oh, no, I hate all of this. I hate all of these sprites. I think I hate these sprites because they're based on the Sycamore art. Where's the save? There's the save. There we go. Save that image. Move that bus. Brain was too focused on the Beach Boys. Beach Boys are life, Marm. I'll tell you. I also don't like how you can't see the Pokemon on this. This is very tiring. It's suspicious they're dedicated to bug Pokemon. Yeah, you're right. Actually, though. They are the suspicious one. How do they make it this far into the cave with just like a Weedle and a prayer, you know? Buckdude's gonna get some experience here. We have butter. Oh, we should get a Butterfree. Oh my gosh, what a terrible streamer I am, Marm. So... Marm. Correcting me on my mistakes. You are so correct. We need a Butterfree. Why wouldn't we have a Butterfree? Oh. The worst. Sycamore art right there. Also, yeah, what a terror. Are these just like, what is the lore reason for having an level 11 Weedle? Like, what's the lore reason? Like, I really just like Weedle that much, or like, is that the reasoning that I'm supposed to believe? Or is it, wow, we almost got 2 levels on that. Oh, we are not changing Pokemon. Also, you're just like, yeah, I also got a level 11 Kakuna. I'm just that good at the game. They keep accidentally pressing B. We should probably just switch. I'm not gonna sit here forever. But I can get to level 12 or whatever. Lure for Zubat. I just find it so interesting how many people are just like raring for a fight in this game, though. Yeah, you can have 82. 82 probably got like a level and a half for Nidoran or something. It's fine. Ooh, a Paralyze Heal that I don't think we'll need. Oh, encounter. We're probably going to get a new one. Zubat. I'm going to need some Zubat nicknames in the chat, family. Let's go Scratch. Working on his living dex. We're gonna need some Zubat Batty. That is, of the names, that is certainly one of them. We can get one more in, right? Zubatchu. Zubathu. Oops, oops, we almost did attack there. I think Zubat's growth rate is pretty terrible. I like Bucktooth, okay? Not Batty. We can call it like Rabbit McRabbity or something, like, you know. I've seen a lot of the ROM hacks over the years. It's just not the kind of things I like to play on stream. You can't get a Crobat until the post game now. Barbara. But you know Barbara from like Barbaran is like Barbara. This is also a male, but I think that makes it funny. Barbara is how you spell Barbaran. I'll accept that based on like today's conversation. I think we are not going to use Zubat, but we will keep it with us. I don't think Zubat's making the cut. Just saying, guys. I don't think Zubat's making the cut. Turn off the LR. I know, it is so annoying. It's so easy to hit them too, right? You're so right though, man. You're so right. Wow, you are Bucktooth, you are oh my god, we just got crit. You're gonna die to a Zubat. Just as a heads up, you're gonna die to a Zubat because you're that bad. Like there's nothing that we need for oh, wrong button. I'm like, man, I really wish I could shift my bags. Like there's no reason we need Zubat, right? Like my hope is for Geodude. Scratch. Guys, I got really annoyed today. Outside of my fight with Dave about bubblegum. I love him. Like, the fact that he got me going was pretty good. Also on stream, I just kind of let myself go. No, I think that was actually a DS thing. That wasn't a Game Boy Advance thing, I don't think. Let me look if I can do that. If I can do that, we're gonna do it. Let's see, options. I don't think it's in the options though. Oh, text speed. We need to turn that text speed up. Oh my god, thank you. Sound. Oh, can we go stereo? Does that matter? Button mode help. Oh, we can do L equals A. Never mind, I lied. Oh, new frames. Let's do that. Oh, that's Gen 1 frames. That's so cute. I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I was so excited by that, actually. Okay, we're gonna go with blue for a little while. And see how much we hate that. Why can't I not move? I can't move now. Option. I was trying to use my, my D-pad doesn't work though. Oh, if you do L equals A, it turns your... Oh, I don't like that. It makes me use the thumbstick. I wasn't using the thumbstick. Ah. Can we just... Yeah, let's just turn it to L and R. Okay, we can turn it off actually on the switch mode. There you go, Voltaris. Okay, Bucktooth. We're about to fight a Clefairy. I don't think you're going to be very good in this fight. But we're going to put you up front. I don't want to use the thumbstick. I just want to use the... I want to use the arrow buttons. I don't want to use the thumbstick. Especially not for this game. I don't want to use thumbstick on, like... On like... Squares. It doesn't feel good. We're going to click Tail Whip. Oh, and that's saying hit. That sucks. Dude, sleep is so detrimental in this game. It's terrible. You know what? There's no sleep clause either. Let's see if we wake up. Okay, that's a waste of our time now. We're gonna just switch into Mankey. We're switching to Mankey. I don't want Geodude so bad. Geodude's gonna help out so much. Mostly because I don't want to have to use a Diglett. That's fine. Karate chop it. Just karate chop it, Mankey. Do it again. It's gonna sing. Oh, thank God. You know what's crazy though? Is this Nidoran in like 2 battles is gonna be like caught up to everybody else. Yeah, level 10 already. Like, come on. Like, this Nidoran's just gonna crush it. Nidoran's so good in this game. the fact we got Nidoran means that we're going to crush it. What I say we're going to do, guys? We're going to crush it. Crush. We're going to crush it. The Pokeball Plus control. That's a good question, actually. Lake of Fire. We're gonna find that out next week. I'm gonna go dig out my Pokeball Plus controller, and we're gonna see if we can make it work. Just imagine if a Gen 1 speed strat's available. Yeah, I don't know. I don't need like speed run strats, but I mean, in general, I think the Nidos are like just really good in this game. Like they're just fantastic. Crush it, Thatch. Gonna wreck it. I should have just switched in somebody that's not waves, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a Geodude. It doesn't know like anything but tackle. Here we go. Boop. Then there's our first ladder. And we could probably... Oh, we could get the other encounters pretty quickly, actually, now that I think about it. Bucktooth, you're doing okay. I wish you were a little bit stronger, Bucktooth, but that's fine. He's just a dude! I'm glad they're... Oh, how is that short doing, by the way? Like, dude, that thing was like... It, like, blew up this afternoon. It blew up this afternoon. I don't know what happened. It's probably done by now, right? Like, it has to be... Oh, no, it did not. It is not done. Oh, no. This is the best short I've ever done. Oh, my God, it got worse. Oh, my God. This short is, like, blown up. Oh, my gosh. I made like a short for the first time where like I like actually sat down and like focused on it instead of just grabbing a section of the podcast and calling it good. And I am very impressed with how it went so far. I need to do it more often. I understand what is happening. I understand how to make better shorts. Yeah, I should have done that. I should just do like, I should put effort into doing like 2 or 3 good shorts rather than 7 bad ones. I thought it was a quantity game over a quality game, and I apparently am wrong. Dude, this one's blowing up. Is that like 11K on YouTube? And I think Instagram? Guys, I'm a sucker just for like statistics. On Instagram, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, Lake of Fire was one of the people on Instagram. We're at like 19K. Like, it's insane. Like, this was so good. I am happy to understand. I'm also... I don't know. Like, so short form content is obviously the way that PUCL needs to go if PUCL wants to grow, right? And it's not that I don't want PUCL... It's not that I think PUCL needs to grow, but I would like PUCL to be as big as PUCL was, like... 8 years ago, and we're not. We're definitely not as big as we were 8 years ago. If I were making the YouTube content 8 years ago that we were doing now, I think we'd have a much bigger viewership. I'm gonna need Paris nicknames in the chat. Here's your Paris boy. Level 5. Oh my God, that's terrible. It's also a Paris. Oof, I don't want to really touch it again. Oh no! When did you join? When did you join Gigasaurus is my question, and then I could probably give you an answer. I don't remember when people joined, man. It's been, dude, it's almost been 20 years of PUCL, and I don't remember anything that happened. I, like, know the present, right? Like, well, I know something that happened, but, like, I don't know. Like, it's been so long now since things have happened, and like I've done some good things for myself. I need Paris names, yeah. Scarecrow, we got Scarecrow and Zamboni. Ooh, Zamboni though. One name. I like Zamboni. The Discord itself was like doing really. Oh, it went to grave. We'll have to pull it out. The Discord itself was doing pretty well, I think, with things back then. The Discord was doing pretty well in 2021, but I think so. Like I have some numbers that I screenshotted from like 2018, and those numbers are much higher. Well, not much higher, but they're higher than what we have now. In terms of like actual engagement with our actual podcast episodes. Man, that show was bad. That version of the show in 2011 was bad. So thank you for sticking around. I guess that's probably what I would say. We're gonna shift to red eye because maybe sand attack won't hit flying types. I don't remember. But yeah, so I wanted to be a little, I want to get back to that size. I also, like, this is like, I feel bad. Like, I feel like a businessman, and I don't know if I should. But I'd like to realize a goal where PUCL does, like, 25K in revenue in a year. And that's just revenue, that's not, like, cost. We do have some costs. Obviously, like, the cameras, the microphones. Granted, everybody has a microphone nowadays, but I'm switching them over to, like, new interface hardware right now. I think I did the math on that. It's going to be like $1,300 to finish out the ones I haven't done yet. The ones I have done, I think we've done maybe... I think I've done like about $1,000 in upgrading other people, not including myself. I've upgraded myself, and that costs about $600 because I do a little bit more heavy duty lifting. But yeah. Are there more Pokemon podcasts / creators this decade? I wouldn't have thought so. No, I don't think there are. I think it's just that we're not in the places people go, right? I don't think traditional podcasting, where you just do an audio-only version, can be successful. Or super successful. And to be fair, that's not like PUCL's goal to be super successful. Like, PUCL has its own things that it tries to do, and it tries to do them okay. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to be a slave to the algorithm or the slave to, like, the hot topic. I want to be able to talk about things that we do. But it is very difficult to be an audio-only podcast, I think, in the space right now. So we started doing the video because I talked with Dusty from Hidden Power about 1.5 years ago, or a little over a year ago maybe, and we sat down, we talked, and he was a big advocate for me trying to do video and get video going, mostly for short-term content for Discovery. And so I mean, it's been about a year, and I finally like kind of have short-form content. But yeah. Let's go. I'm ruining so many attention spans, though. It feels terrible. And it's starting to actually affect the podcast episode, the amount of views that short's getting, so that's kind of wild. I did not think that would happen. This is the best short that we've ever had performance-wise. That's crazy to me. This isn't a trainer. Or is this? This is the... Are we in the trainer battle? Oh my gosh, I've been talking to you guys too much. Like, I don't want to be a slave to... No, this is a wild Z-Bat. We beat the other guy. He had a sand troop. I just don't want to be a slave to, like, the topics. Like, I want to talk about what we want to talk about. I don't want to talk about what the community's talking about, unless we really want to, right? Like, I want our desires in terms of content creators and podcast hosts to be barren to only be responsible to our desires. Like, what do we want to talk about? What do we think is interesting right now? Right? So I want to keep that in mind. So I don't know. I want Puckle to be. I want Puckle to be Puckle. I don't know. That's kind of what I think, right? I don't know. I probably have like a very weird view of what I think Puckle. What Puckle is, and I've thought about this a while because I wanted to make sure that like I have like a decent Puckle mission statement, right? I think it's important for us to have like some kind of guiding light, and so recently I've kind of come up with new terms for myself, but it's not that I think that Puckle's small and that I don't appreciate people. Yeah, I mean, we've had to evolve over the years too, right? Like, it's different than it used to be. There's a lot of changes I want to make in the next couple months, though. A lot of changes. The stream is like a minor portion of that. If anybody actually goes and listens to the VOD, I don't think anybody will, but I do want to use that. It's not that I want to keep it more underground. I mean, the name is nonsensical. Like, it's literally nonsensical. The way the origins for the Puckle name, and I don't think I've talked about this in years. We didn't ask me anything on Discord years ago, and I answered it then. But we should probably do another Ask Me Anything anyway. I think that would be very fun and very cool to do on the Discord. But one of the so the name Puckle, this is like, you're not even gonna believe what this is. So this is a much longer story and a much longer answer than I think anybody wanted, right? We can go for the second encounter down here, right? Geodude? Hey, Geodude nicknames in the chat. Yeah, let me tell the story. So batch is 16. The year is I was 16, so the year is 2007. And Pokemon Diamond and Pearl have come out in the United States in April that year. I want a different Pokemon, because I don't think Create is going to be able to do anything. Actually, I don't think anybody's going to be able to do anything. Run a quick attack. Not do a lot of damage. Jim, done. Jim's good. I like Jim. So I was 16. Diamond and Pearl came out. And it turns out when you're that age in high school, right? Pokemon wasn't very cool when you're in high school in 2007, you know? It wasn't cool to be super into Pokemon. People would like make fun of you for it, all this other stuff. And so I found a contingency of friends, and we were all playing Pokemon together. We were having a good time. We actually got together at somebody's house, and we ran like in-person tournaments with prizes. It was so much fun. There were like 8 to 10 of us or something doing it. We had a whole bracket. It was so much fun. We had such a good time. And we decided to come up with a cute little name for our group. And we called it the Pokemon Underground Champions League. And okay, so that's part one of the story, right? So I made this really fun group in high school, and we call ourselves the Pokemon Underground Champions League, or Puckle. We knew nothing about the People's Union of Civil Liberties in India. Despite what they might tell you, they get very mad at me for having a Twitter account older than theirs. So we did that. It was very, very cool. And so second part, for some reason, when I was like 16, I still don't know why. I really wanted to be a radio DJ. I don't even know. It's really hard to tell if they're the good guys or the bad guys, by the way. I don't really know. I digress. Because sometimes I get caught, like somebody will like try to tweet at the People's Union of Civil Liberties, and they just type in Puckle, right? PUCL, People's Union of Civil Liberties. And then they click like every single account that they can to tag them all in. And we get tagged in those a lot. It happened very recently, actually. But either way, But so I really wanted to be a radio DJ for some reason, so I tried to do podcasts. And so early 2007, I was like, oh, I think a podcast niche that I could fill, that nobody else can fill at this moment, is Pokemon. I really want to talk about Pokemon. That's a hyperfixation I have. Let's do Pokemon. And I recorded a show called it was very stupid. I think it was called like PokeChat or something. And then eventually me and like one of the other guys, who, if you listen to early shows, was Professor Sycamore. We decided, hey, what if we took our little group and we made it like bigger? Like, what if we made it national, right? Like, what if we made it bigger, and we wanted more people to join like the People's Union, or not the Pokemon Underground Champions League, right? And we could be like this really cool network of people who are having a hard time trying to make friends with Pokemon. I just want to sit down and talk about Pokemon with each other. And so we did that. And absolutely, and we're gonna swap this out for that. Too bad. But so we did that, and I mean, that's always kind of been our mission, right? Is to have a place for people who don't know how to play Pokemon, to play Pokemon. And so I mean, that is kind of like the long story. And so the name was just like some nonsense some teenagers came up with, guys. And you guys are all like, I don't know, people like try to buy into it and be like, man, that's so cool. Like, what a cool name. Like, why don't you build into that branding, right? And you guys, it's just who we are right now. I try to call us I try to stick with just calling us Puckle, right? We're Puckle. And we're not the Pokemon Underground Champions League. We're Puckle. Not that the Pokemon Underground Champions League is like a bad thing. Like, we'll still call ourselves that occasionally, right? But that's how it happened. And that somebody who like really buys into that vision of the original Puckle is probably Bo. I think he builds into that spirit of just like, I think he buys in that spirit of just like, yeah, let's make a group that like a bunch of people can join. You're a Puckalonian, Bob. You're a Puckalonian. That's the official fan term that we came up with. You're a Puckalonian. Bo would always misspell it and call you all Puckle Onions. But yeah, no, it's kind of like the story of Puckle. It's a very like long-winded and semi-complicated tale, but with unexciting origins. But I don't think anybody ever like now that you know, nobody everybody's like, wow, that is very unexciting. I didn't think we would ever need to know these things. And you're absolutely correct. You never needed to know them. We're Puckle Onions because we make you cry. Puckalonian. There's an A there at the end. Okay, guys, you're an Puckalonian. Not a Puckle Onion. Okay, we're gonna move Paris and Geodude out of here. We only lost the Pidgey so far, okay? Puck. Puckalonian. That's a good one, actually. I'm a big fan of that one. That's a good one. We should call ourselves that. Puckalonian. Welcome to the Puckalonian. Oh, man. I don't even know. Who are the hosts you remember, Lake of Fire? Who are the hosts you remember? And I'll tell you that some of them probably aren't people I want to associate with anymore as a person, because I have a feeling you're going to tell me one host in particular that I think is a terrible person. Somebody actually asked me about this the other day. I think somebody asked me about one of them. I forget who it was. Somebody asked me. I think it was Bo. I think Bo and I were talking about the other day. Oh wow, a crit from, and we flinch. Okay, well, Jim. Like, we're gonna have to step off to the side here. bud. And we're gonna have to have a talk about how you can't take on a Zubat. Thatch, Bozifus, and Whimsicott. Okay, that's fine. I'll accept those answers. Those are all good people. I mean, Bo was on the show this week. And Whimsicott's very regularly on the episodes. So yeah, we're those, if you're okay, 2011 didn't have those people. 2013 is like when like modern Puckle became modern Puckle. And I think that was like really the renaissance and kind of made like Puckle what it is today. Like the Puckle that most people remember, at least. I think there's a Puckle that other people don't remember, that other people remember, that is kind of he's just a mess. Absolute mess. I remember when Aristotle was a guest on the Puckle podcast. Man, okay, Bob. Man, okay, this is like some Puckle history that nobody cares about. Like, what a wordless, like, set of knowledge to know about Puckle. Yeah, Whimsicott's the only non-North American co-host. Yeah, and that's just because okay, so like, people ask this all the, well, no, people don't ask this all the time. People annoy me all the time. And what happens is a lot of people will go, "Hey, Thatch, I want to be on the podcast." This is usually a 13-year-old or something like that. 13 to 14-year-old or something will ask me this question. They're like, "Thatch, I want to be on the podcast. Can I be on the podcast?" And the answer is no. Because the problem is you asked a little bit. It's not even that you asked, it's that you asked too early, right? Like, Puckle's not just me, it's a lot of people that help support. I'm not saying that I probably don't do like some of the heavy lifting in terms of like podcast work and stuff that needs to be done, but the podcast is more than just Thatch, right? Like, if it weren't for the amazing staff that we have working with us on just a number of different things, yeah, you're right, Seth, actually. And so what ends up happening is like there are people who aren't on the show that help make the show happen. Yeah, that's kind of how, well, you can add, like, I feel like if you vibe with the crew, if you were to ask me, I'd be like, you know what, let's think about it, right? Because I had somebody on the hook that was like kind of in like the line of succession, but unfortunately, like, he had some life stuff come up like right before like an opening essentially happened. Oh, well, nobody like from the modern era is a problem. Or I wouldn't be associating with them, right? Obviously, but I mean, Raven's mostly got it figured out. Yeah, you just have to vibe. One, we're gonna obviously check chemistry. We're gonna make sure that you're like in a good headspace to like actually do it. Oh, Jim learned rock throw. That's actually kind of useful. Jim, you're gonna be the savior of this run. Ooh, actually, Marm would be on my short list. Yeah, Marm would be on my short list of potential podcast participants. Yeah. Oh, we didn't put a Geodude up here. What a terrible streamer, guys. So unprofessional. Fetch. You guys even watch me. Too bad I have crippling stage fright. You get over that. Take enough Adderall, you'll be fine. What is this? Why Microsoft Teams open? What? Oh, I love that there's just like little Zubat noises in the music on this. It's crazy. Yeah. The co-hosts aren't on video yet. I'm hoping to make that change this year. or at least make it a bit more like a little bit more even, so like they get a little bit more screen presence actually. My favorite game, the Nuzlocke. That's a great question. Leaf Green Fire Red's okay. I really like Gen 3 Nuzlockes. I think they are, I mean, I think that was like the right game to start with for a Nuzlocke. I think Fire Red, Leaf Green Nuzlocke, or not Fire, Black and White Nuzlockes are also a good time. Actually, I think they are probably, we could probably dump the Rattata for that Paris, couldn't we? That rare candy's gonna be unnecessary, unless we get bored. Emerald's pretty good. I really like Emerald. I think Black and White are fun to Nuzlocke as well. I don't think Diamond and Pearl are. There's too many like sturdy Geodudes and Gravelers that just explode. I mean, I think we will though, Marm, I don't know. Marm, I don't really know the vibe I get from you most of the time about how well you follow the Pokemon community. But there was a guy very early on when Fire Red Leaf Green came out who did a dive into the code in the emulator, and they did find that the ROM for Fire Red and Leaf Green had been majorly reworked, and that there were direct references to Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So I think it's gonna happen. My prediction is probably next February. But Heart Gold, Soul Silver, yeah, I don't think you need to Nuzlocke them. I also like, not every game's meant to be Nuzlocked, obviously, right? Yeah, we'll switch into this. And we'll switch into crit, but I'm thinking crit might get benched. Maybe my crit bench crit here a little bit in favor of the Paris. Though we might get a Bellsprout. Maybe we wait to get Bellsprout. You can't Nuzlocke that game. Also, guys, I promise you, there was I remember years ago. This was maybe like 2016, 2017. I guess we've been streaming like that on and off for that long. They did a oh man, it's 9:30. I should probably wrap it up here soon. I want to get through Mount Moon so bad though. Guys, we're gonna get Mount Moon. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. You guys got me they didn't shadow drop it, it came out like on the normal day that GameCube games drop on the NSO. But yeah, you can go play Gale Darkness on NSO right now. It's fine. It can't connect anything. Mount Moon is a slog. You are not incorrect. It's not as bad as I think many people remember, but it is. I will say it is not an easy going time. Wow, this one's actually really bad. I needed getting stopped like every other step. This is not fun. If you've never played it, I think it's fine to do so, especially because it's like prohibitively expensive to buy it for GameCube right now. Granted, there are some modifications you can make to GameCubes, which I think you could probably get it for cheaper. But where's the Moonstone? There's a Moonstone up here somewhere, guys. I think it's actually on the other side. Can't escape. What do you mean? It's just a Geodude. Jim's a Geodude. That one's a Geodude. Yeah. XD's fine. We'll talk to this guy. It's a fame checker thing. It's not really a shadow drop. It came out, I don't know, like it came out like every other NSO game. It just came out. Like, they told you it's coming out in March. It came out in March. On a Tuesday. Like every other NSO drop. I think Pokemon fans are just like really bad at like... Maybe, I'm not going to say you guys are because I don't know what you guys are like. But I get the general impression from a lot of Pokemon fans, especially online, that they have just like literally never played another video game. That's a fame checker thing. Sorry. And so they have no idea like how the typical like NSO drops work, and it's typically just like on a Tuesday during the month they'll drop it. And so it was dropped on a Tuesday, which was yesterday. So not really shadow drops. It's just it doesn't connect to anything. So like, who cares? I don't know. Like I guess if you never played it, like you can go have fun playing Pokemon in that way. I shouldn't poo-poo it, but there's no home connectivity. There's no connectivity with these games, the Fire Red Leaf Green games. I just have a hard time getting excited. I personally have a hard time getting excited for it. I just think it's like, it's just not fun. Like, I don't know why they did it the way they did it either. It's probably just because so many people were clamoring for it. They thought Pokemon Stadium on NSO made sense. I don't know. Pokemon Stadium on NSO does not make sense, but yeah, you can absorb from that. Go, Oddish. Absorb. Yeah, absorb from the poison type, bro. Do it. I just realized we had double kick. I wasn't even paying attention. Pokemon Home at this moment does not, but it is planned. I imagine it'll be part of some update in April where they'll connect it to Pokemon Legends ZA and Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green at the same time as like Pokemon Champions releases. The Fire Red Leaf Green ports will in fact connect. No, actually, I believe we will be fine. We are going to tail whip here as well. Coliseum is super grindy. Like, Coliseum should have been dropped first, but maybe it's just that they didn't want people to have a bad experience first. I don't know. XD Gale of Darkness is not nearly as grindy as Coliseum. Like, the grind in Coliseum is absolutely trash. Good job, Bucktooth. You're like really going. Well, our team's like pretty good actually. Pretty happy with the comp and the leveling. Like we're on a good pace. Crit, you might get dumped for a Paras. Actually, it might be a Bellsprout. Toast, you can't handle this. But you will be able to... What does this one go to? Is there like an item or something we can get if we go this way? Probably like a nugget or something. Oh, there is a TM. It's for Thief. I don't know what this guy has. We're gonna find out, I guess. We're going in blindish. Yeah, I feel like Coliseum should have come out because XD is literally like a sequel. I don't know. No, there's no transfer into the Fire Red Leaf Green. There's only transfer out of the Fire Red Leaf Green. That is the way that he showed it in the presents. So they cannot go into Fire Red Leaf Green, but you can take them out. Also, I got some proofs for some of the PUCL merch. I haven't gotten like the cool designs, but I got the okay, that's fine. Okay, actually we'll just stay in. I understand you wanting that. It's just not possible, unfortunately. I also don't know if they're gonna give him a symbol or something, because or I would be curious if they gave them a symbol. Does the proof demonstrate the optimal of the merch design? I'm gonna double check that the ones I chose are what I wanted, or what like I actually want, or if I'll go with a different vendor. Just in terms of like the quality of the material, but also just so I have like PUCL merch to wear on streams and on the podcast to try to sell it to you. In all honesty, because I still don't believe any of you will buy PUCL merch. Just throwing that out there. I don't think anybody's gonna buy PUCL merch. I think you're all lying to me. But I will give you guys things. At the time of launch of Champions, I think they're gonna have like probably 300-ish mons or something. I believe they're planning to add more as time goes on. I don't know if that will ever be like the full roster or not. I personally believe it should be, but I also apparently am asking for the Earth and Moon. You'll also get a discount coupon because you're a patron. Gigasaurus. I was really upset with the yeah. No, I absolutely agree. That's kind of what we're doing for like the PUCL hoodie, at least. It's going to be a very small, just like in the corner logo. Though, because I couldn't find a cool, like, lightweight one like I really wanted. I was looking for merch that Thatch wanted because I figure if I'm going to design it, I'm going to be the one that wears it, so I want to get the stuff that I'm going to wear. I also don't know where my hoodie went. Might be in the closet. I should double check that. I have like a PUCL hoodie somewhere that I really like, because it's nice and lightweight. With, what do you mean? What about mons with Pokerus? You get Pokerus, I think that still technically exists, right? Like, I don't think Pokerus ever went away. Oh my god, you just got another 3,000 views. What is happening? Okay. What is happening? Oh my god. Oh man, I need to like really actually focus on my shorts game here. Ooh, Septile is the line. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I got distracted. I need to wrap it up here, but I want to get through. Let's at least get through this floor. Well, actually, if we're through this floor, like we're almost done. I think actually. Ooh, poison powder. Yes, yes, we're gonna. I think we get sleep powder in like a level or two, but poison powder's fine. Yeah. I think that they can absolutely go into. I mean, they don't actually go into champions. They just link to champions. I don't know exactly how it works since the game's not out, but they don't get transferred into that game. They just like are connected to that game. Do we still have that potion, or do we use it? I used it. Ooh. Okay. I don't think Pokerus will do anything in champions. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, Gigasaurus. No, it won't do anything in champions. Like, champions has its own currency, probably has its own, like, stat, like, overlay that goes over the Pokemon as well. We're not even sure if, like, IVs exist in champions. Which would change how competitive battling works in general, but... mostly for VGC, I think. More so than, like, other things. But, and Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball didn't get called, by the way. Did Gyro Ball not get called? Low kick that. We didn't get it. Yeah, it would literally just affect Trick Room and Stack Attack, I think. Because Stack Attack, for the super uninformed, because I used to be a competitive Pokemon player very intensely up until Sword and Shield. Stack Attack requires a 13 in speed, or a 14 IV in defense, or not defense. I think, yeah, no, it's a 14 IV in defense to be able to boost like other stats. Via Beast Boost. So to be able to like play around with Stack Attack at all, Yeah, I don't think it was just, I think Gyro Ball came out before Ferrothorn, by the way. I think it came out in Gen, if I'm not mistaken, I think it came out in Gen 3 or Gen 4. I think it was for like Fortress essentially. Pokemon like Fortress. Let me see if I can find it. Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball I think came out in Gen 4 though. I need to type Pokemon. Gyro Ball. It came out in Gen 4. I was right. That's remembered. Oh, yeah, but there's a lot of moves that were like still in the code. Like I think in the code of like Scarlet and Violet, like if you use Metronome, there's a lot of moves that aren't like the Pokemon don't exist, but are still available via Metronome. Like I think like Oblivion Wing is probably still coded in a Scarlet and Violet, but it's only called upon during Metronome. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up here. Okay, we're gonna go. Can we do it? Can we? Oh wait, that's the Moonstone. I want the Moonstone. There is a second Moonstone we can grab. But I wanted that one specifically. Oh my god. Paris. Toast, you can't do anything to a Paris. You're too weak. Just terrible Pokemon. Toast. It's also a Nuzlocke, so we're gonna have a little bit of a rough time here. Black, White, and Black 2 were different games. I mean, they same thing happens a lot actually in third versions, if you're not aware. But in third versions of Pokemon, they typically have like weird level up changes. Well, I wouldn't even say weird. Like a good example of this is from Pokemon Red and Blue, Pikachu to Pokemon Yellow. Pikachu learns Double Kick early on, obviously, so you can just like go beat up Brock with Double Kick, but. That's an example. I should have gone up for some reason. There's probably an item that I missed. It's fine. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Jim. Big Jim. Oof. I'm glad we had Jim actually for that. Dude, Hyper Fang's like base power like 80 or something. I didn't say it got cold. I never said it got cold. Is Ferrothorn not in Scarlet Violet? No, there's no way. Ferrothorn has to be in Scarlet Violet. Toxapex is in it. There's no way. It has to be, right? Like, not in Gen 9. Wow. Okay, actually, dumb. Wild. Sandshrew. We can go to Red Eye. We're gonna be really close to War Turtle, actually. Ah, it still worked. Annoying. That was annoying. Red Eye, I don't even know how long you're gonna last on this team. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe we catch an Abra. Well, we got a Paris on the second floor. Cray. I'm just gonna run. We don't need to. We're not dealing with this. It's probably knows Absorb or something nonsensical. Zubat. What are your thoughts on champions? I feel like okay. It comes down to. So champions for me, and this is not the experience that I think everybody will have with Pokemon champions. But for me, Thatch, Pokemon champions. Pokemon Champions, it really comes down to what they let us do in the private rooms. And that is because I want them to bring back a way that we kind of have unlimited potential for Pokemon. Like, I want to be able to go up to Seth and be like, hey, I want to do a battle with these crazy, stupid rules. And Seth and I can go have that battle, and that battle is 60 minutes long, or maybe there's not even a timer on it. Maybe we can't even time out. And I want that. And if they go ahead and they restrict us to a 20-minute timer, or say, hey, you can only play 3v3, or hey, you can only play 2v2, I think it's going to be a bad time. I think Champions will not be it for me, right? Also, the limited level of number of Pokemon at the beginning is kind of questionable. Like 300 is probably fine, and they'll probably include a good number of like what would be the quote-unquote competitively viable ones. But I don't know. Like I'm cautiously optimistic. Oh, I didn't mean to switch those two. I am cautiously optimistic about Champions. Oh, I forgot. There's a guy there. We ran into him. Then we gotta fight this this maniac, and then we're out. But that's what I want. That is what I'm cautious. That's what I am hoping for, and what I am cautiously optimistic for Pokemon Champions. I think it has a lot of potential, and I think it can very easily do well. I think it could be the solution the Pokemon community has been hoping for quite some time. It's just whether or not they decide that that is appropriate to give us, right? And I don't know that they will. It's the Pokemon company. They're kind of, I don't want to say stingy, but they do what they want. They do what they want. And I would love to be wrong. Oh my gosh, I would love to be wrong so much. The microtransactions were going to happen. That's not the part I'm worried about. I think the part that everybody should be worried about is just, and you probably watched the same Poke-Aim and Hayden videos that I've watched, but the microtransactions don't bother me. Pokemon's always been kind of pay to win. And I think people who don't believe that are wrong. I think the battle passes seem very fair. And I don't think they ever claimed for it to be like a free to play game. I think they claimed it to be a free to start game. Oh, what fossil are we getting, guys? What fossil are we getting? Dome or Helix? Dome or Helix? The part you're worried about is the same complaint everyone has had since Gen 6 about Pokemon. A little bit. I don't know. I don't know if there's a complaint that I've had. I don't think in Gen 6 they were really holding me back. It's not even just that. It's just that, I mean, I like playing, I used to really like playing Little Cup, and they are limiting that. I think 300 is probably pretty good. Unite is brutal, but Unite's not run by Pokemon itself. It's run by, we got, that sucks. Unite is run by a completely separate entity. And I think that causes a lot of that problem. I don't know what you would be talking about in terms of Gen 6 forcing you to play a certain way. I don't think they did that in Generation 6 whatsoever. I think Generation 6 is one of the best games. Maybe you could talk about that a little bit in like Sun and Moon, but I think that didn't really happen until Sword and Shield, where they like really told you like this is the way you have to play it. This is the way we want our games to be played. And you missed the beginning probably, Liger. But I was saying I've kind of softened my position on that after replaying Fire Red Leaf Green. Actually. Yeah, well, also Jennings not going to exist for Gen 10. Just like heads up, like it's just not going to happen. Are there any Pokemon where you prefer not to evolve in a playthrough? Absolutely not. I think in a playthrough, I'd rather just evolve everybody. But that's because I don't know, like, in my mind of, like, I think Pokemon, when you do a playthrough, it's not, like, a super personal thing, I should say, but it's a very, It's a very, I'm probably gonna end it here in a few minutes, Sam's. Actually, I do have work in the morning, and I'm a little sleepy. And I want to go to the gym in the morning. I have, oh, actually, in the morning, I have house stuff to deal with. Free drywall inspection to go to. In the morning, actually. Catch you later, Marb. But, I mean, if people are, like, really digging the streams, we have pretty good viewership today. I think we had, like, 28-ish, or 20 to 25-ish. I'd like to see it. If that number ever gets up to, like, 40, I'll probably think about adding an extra stream night. I might go both. I might go to the gym and then go to my house. I haven't decided. I might just wake up and play Pokopia. I don't know. There's a good chance that happens. Good job, Waves. You're crushing it. Coughing. Giveaways? Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. Oh, shoot. You're the only person that reminded me, Talent. And Sam, is that why you're here too? I completely blanked on that because I did buy them and I forgot about giving them away. Because we were just talking and having a good time. I mean, it's a little late to do it because like people have come and gone, but oh man. Shoot. Sam, is that why you're here? I'm so sorry. Were you asking for because you wanted to worry about the giveaways? You can tell me. I'm not gonna be mad. Is that why you were asking? Because if that's the case, let me finish Mount Moon and then we'll do like a couple giveaways and we'll because I genuinely forgot, and I'm kind of the mind of just like, as shitty as it sounds, for those of you who are probably here for those giveaways, punting it to next week. Okay, one, if you're here because of the giveaways and I completely forgot to give this away, send me a message on Discord or send an email in or something. And I will let you know. If not, I am going to do it. I'm going to rerun it next week with like a better structure, probably. With a better structure and probably including that into the front end. If we're okay with that. Are we okay with that, team? If not, we'll like do something like really quick once we're done with Mount Moon. Who's coming out? I forget. I was coughing. Oof, fudge. We have antidotes. I just don't want to bring him out. We'll bring out Bucktooth. Well, thank you guys. It is my birthday. I forgot about that. Went to a nice dinner with my wife. It was great. Well, it wasn't a nice dinner. It was, we went to a taco place. But I really like the way they do their nachos, so pretty happy with it. Oof, that was 5 damage. I guess we're just going back into waves. Let's see. Yeah, oh, thank you guys. We didn't talk about the giveaway on the Instagram post, by the way. We didn't talk about it on the Instagram post. Yeah, so I forgot too. We all forgot collectively. So, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna punt to next week. Oh, another smog. We'll punt to next week, and we'll have a structure for it. It'll just be based on like how it helps add to the conversation the most, right? So I think that's what we'll do. I apologize for that, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to everybody who said that. Just come next week, but if you were here for the stream and you can't make next week or something, send me a DM. We'll hook you up, bro. We'll hook you up. Okay, are we picking Dome or Helix, by the way? Have we ever figured that out? It was a good hangout session. You guys were asking questions, having a good time. It was a blast. There's an antidote hiding somewhere. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, I bought antidotes because poison's awful. I'm not losing a Pokemon to poison in this. Nuzlocke, okay? Okay. What are we choosing? Do you know what he said? Nobody's... Are we picking the Lord Helix? Or are we picking the Dome? Oh my god. Almost Star has higher special attack. That's the only... And we hit the 6% Clefairy. Okay. Almost Star has higher special attack. We're going with it. Nobody said anything else. Helix. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I forgot to get the second Moonstone. It's fine. I'm not dealing with that. Get me out of here. And that's the stream, guys. We did it. All right. Well, by hooking you up, I was probably gonna just hand you a $5 reshop card. But yeah, yeah. Just send me a DM on Discord or send us an email, and I'll talk to you guys. I'll figure it out. But yeah. All right, guys. With that, thanks for streaming, guys. Or coming to the stream. It's been a lot of fun. I'm having a good time. And yeah, it was really a good time. I'm gonna punt the giveaways to next week, and then we're going to we're gonna go ahead. But the IG, I don't think it talked about the. I don't think the Instagram post talked about the giveaways, by the way. But yeah, show up next week, and we'll punt it. Yeah, here's the picture of the thing. Say we're doing any giveaways on there. No giveaways on there. Oh, I don't think I mentioned it on the post itself. Maybe I did. I don't know. Okay. Oops, that was the wrong one. I'm really good at streaming, guys. All right. Well, I will catch you all. I'll catch you all on the flip flop. So it was a good time. Let me. Oh, where's my button? Where's my button? I had a button for this, and the button's gone. The button's gone. Where's the button? There's the button.
Time to say our goodbyes.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming out. What a good time. You guys are great. You make my days just that much better. So I appreciate you. Can't wait till next week. We're gonna keep things going. I have like a bunch of stuff in the pipeline to just keep improving this part. But yeah, I will. Can't wait to see you all until next week. I'll catch you on the flip flop.